Hello everyone, my name is Neha, and in this lecture tutorial I'm going to show you how to create our waveform charts using LabVIEW. The charts and graph indicators, they are available on the front panel. If you right click, then under the modern this tab you have this graph, and you can see here there are different charts options are there and different graphs you can plot. So these are easily available through this modern tab, and you can also go to the Express, and under Express also you can see this we have this graph indicator. So these are the two ways you can access the graph and charts, and you can use into your project. So these chart, they are basically they receive individual data points and they continuously update the presentation of the data as received. And one good example for these types of waveform chart is using along with the data execution system, where the data is monitored as they are being collected in the project. And the graphs which are there on the LabVIEW, they also receive a complete data set before preparing the graphical display. And these two can be used on the LabVIEW. And let's see how to first create the waveform chart. So we're going to create a small project. The first thing which we are going to do is to multiply two numbers. First we're going to take a constant, so let's take some constant number here and let this number be 200, and the next number is going to be pi. So pi we can find out under the programming. We have this numeric, and in the numeric we will go to math constant. So when you go to math constant, you see we have this pi. So we're going to pick this, and so 200 pi we are going to multiply it, and then further we need this multiplication sign, and we're going to connect them together. So this goes here and then this goes here, so they both are connected now. Okay, now we're going to create a loop. So go to structures, we are going to create a for loop. So for loop, and then we will connect this to this for loop. So it is connected to the for loop. Okay, now the next thing is we are going to add the iteration from this for loop to the we are going to actually divide the iteration by 100. So we're going to have a divider sign over here. This is a divide, and then we will take up a constant. So this is my constant. Let this constant be 100, and I'm going to connect this constant to this divider, and then iteration to the other side, and then moving this a little bit here. So we have this thing, and the next thing which we need is the sine wave. So we're going to add a sine wave. To do that, we will go to Express, and then to the arithmetic and comparator, and then go to this math, and then for the trigonometric, and then we're going to pick this trigonometric function which is sine. So I'll repeat it once again. Go to Express, and then arithmetic. So there we have arithmetic, and then go to math here, and under math we have trigonometric, and in trigonometric we are going to pick the sine. So you pick the sine, and then you connect this waveform to the sine. So anytime if you are confused with what these blocks means, so as I said before, you can just click on this first tab, show contacts help, and then click on the box and you'll get to know what does that mean. So for example, this computes the sine of x, where x is in radians. So whatever you're getting is in x, so this is going to compute the sine of x. So so after this you're going to get a sine x. Okay, so let's maybe just write it down here as small. So let this be x, and further what we are going to do is we are going to connect this sine wave, and here we are going to get control sine of x we are going to get over here. Okay, so that's what I have labeled it up here, and then on right click on the front panel and then go to the graphs. We are going to pick this waveform chart. So we have this waveform chart over, let's maybe put it over here. All right, so you see the same waveform chart here. We're going to put it in under our for loop, and then reducing the size, waveform chart. So this is too big, the font is too big, so we're gonna decrease the font size. Let's maybe make it this much. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, so we have this thing over here, and then this sine is connected to this waveform. All right, so and then we need one more thing. We're going to use a timing. We're going to use this timing, and go to the timing under programming timing, and under the timing we're going to pick wait until next ms millisecond multiple. So we're going to use this, and if you don't know what it is, just as I said before, this go to the context help and this will let you know what it is. So this wait until next ms, which is millisecond multiple, means it waits until the value of the millisecond timer becomes a multiple of the specified millisecond multiple. So you will use this function to synchronize the activities, and you can call this function in a loop to control the loop execution rate. Okay, so that's the purpose of using this, and it comes with this here. You connect a constant number. So I'm gonna connect here, this is my constant number. Let's maybe start with 1 and then connect it to this here. Okay, so that's my program. It's very simple, and we're going to see how it looks like on this graph. We can increase the size. Okay, so let's run this. So you see how fast it is. You can slow down the frequency, and also this amplitude and time also you can change. So let's do that change. So maybe put this one. We're gonna click here and then go to the properties, and then display, go to scales. Let's go to scale. So let's make the time scale from 0 to 1023, and you can change the y-axis, and so I deselected auto scale, and I'm going to put whichever I want, so from -1 to 1. And scale factor multiplier, you can put 1, or so this is fine, I think. Okay, so I think it is fine, so I'm gonna press OK, and let's see how it goes. Oops, I think the range of the amplitude is not correct, so let's check it again. So for x-axis, time axis, I didn't put this one. I had 0. to 1023, and then for y-axis I had -1 to +1. Okay, so this should be oh sorry, this is maximum, so this should be 0. Okay, this is maximum, so this is 1023. I was doing opposite, I didn't see here. And since this is minimum, so this has to be -1, and let's make this one as 1. So now it's fine. Okay, so now we have this graph. Let's run it out. So now you see a sine waveform over here, continuously moving. Okay, let's see what will happen if we change here to maybe 10 and then run it. So you see how by changing this constant, the waveform is moving so slowly. So that's one type of waveform chart. And if you notice, when you went to the appearance, this was strip chart. We can use a couple of other charts also. If you scroll down, you can use scope chart, you can use sweep chart. There are multiple options which are available. So let's let's maybe create one more chart. Two more charts we're gonna create. So let's create this one, and then another chart I want to create. So let's put this one here, and this guy goes here, this one here, and this third one here. And then we can name them. Let's first change the properties, and let's name this one as scope chart, and then go to the scales. So x-axis 0 to 100. So let's maybe make it x-axis as 1023, and then y-axis from -1 to 1. So this was our scope chart. So scope chart, let's name it here also, scope chart. Okay, and let's name and then change the properties of this one too, and then later on we're gonna see what difference they are gonna make, all these three charts. So go to scales, and then x-axis is 1023, 02, and then y-axis maximum is 1, minimum is -1. So checking it again, this was our sweep chart. So let's name it as sweep chart. So this is our sweep chart, and let's decrease the font size to maybe 1, and same with this one, decrease the font size to 1, and we're gonna put it here, and then this goes over here, and increasing the size of the loop so that we have more room for this sweep chart. So let's rename this one. This one was a strip chart. Okay, and let's connect all of them together to the output here, and then this one too connected over here. All right, so we have these three different charts. Okay, and we're gonna see how these charts are different. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna run this project. So strip chart, you see in this one the data scrolls smoothly to the left, and the current values is always at the right end of the curve. And whereas in the scope chart, the chart display fills, and then it clears, and then it fills again. as you can see, as often as needed. And then you have this sweep chart. So this chart does not clear, but a sweep line moves across indicating the new data plotted to the left of the sweep, um, and the old values remain on the right side of the sweep line, as you can see here. So these are the three options available under waveform charts which you can use. So this was a quick project which you can do, and you can view these three different charts on LabVIEW. So this is the end of the lecture. Thank you so much for watching.